In the half-light of a frozen salt marsh, where hoarfrost glitters on low heather and the wind's breath is thin, a sinuous shape uncoils atop a stone. The ermake, Mustello serpens arctica. Neither holy serpent nor holy stoat, patient as the turning of ice and the hush of endless winter. The ermake's body is a seamless blend of fur and scale, white as driven snow, soft to the touch along its flanks, yet armoured with fine, diamond-patterned scales below. Its head is short-muzzled and inquisitive, crowned by two tiny furred ears, vestiges of its mustelid ancestry. Glossy eyes reflect the long twilight. A muscular body enables fluid, serpentine movement through drifts and brush. Its fur is dense and hollow, trapping warmth, while its scales repel meltwater and wind. The ermake's tongue is keen, often sampling scents in the Arctic air. Unlike true ermines, which shift from brown to white with the seasons, the ermake remains perpetually snow-coloured, an adaptation linked to the persistent snow cover of its upland home, where camouflage and thermal regulation are year-round necessities. Endemic to the frost-shrouded Icenmore uplands, the ermake thrives where few mammals dare linger. It favours willow thickets and mossy tundra hummocks, burrowing beneath roots and stony outcrops. When blizzards descend, it coils deep in abandoned vole tunnels, insulated by packed snow. In the thaw, it suns itself atop glacial erratics, eyes half closed, ears flicking at unseen gnats. Shallow meltwater pools, scattered across the uplands in spring, attract nesting birds, providing both hunting grounds and seasonal variety to the ermake's territory. Along the wind-sheltered slopes, tangled mats of reindeer lichen and low berry shrubs offer camouflage and a sheltered edge between open ground and dense brush. Its range is dictated by permafrost, prey abundance, and the fickle rhythms of the northern lights. A non-venomous, omnivorous predator and scavenger, the ermake's appetite spans the spectrum of its hybrid birthright. It stalks beneath snow by scent, ambushing young mammals and the eggs of certain birds. Its slender jaws can unhinge to swallow prey whole, while its sharp incisors gnaw through frozen hides. In lean months, it roots for hibernating insects and scavenges carcasses left by greater hunters. Delicate nostrils sift for the trace of berries or wind-dried lichen, but the ermake's true gift is patience. It remains motionless for hours, waiting for a flicker of movement beneath the snow. It has been observed raiding abandoned nests, displaying surprising dexterity for a creature with no limbs. Opportunistic and resourceful, the ermake adapts its diet as needed, taking advantage of whatever the upland offers. Its metabolism slows dramatically during the coldest stretches, allowing it to survive on minimal intake. The ermake often prefers stillness to company, yet in rare midwinter thaws, several may share a den, their coils entwined in a heap of shared warmth. Social interactions are marked by brief touches, gentle brushes of furred faces, or the synchronized arching of bodies in greeting. Courtship is subtle, a duet of flickering tongues, a weaving dance atop the snow. Territorial disputes are silent, ears flattened, bodies looping in slow, warning spirals. Mothers tend their young with fierce secrecy, curling protectively around the hatchlings. When startled, the ermake emits a faint, reedy hiss, almost melodic, meant to confuse predators. Grooming is ritualistic. Every scale, every hair, smoothed in order before dusk. During the brief twilight hours, the den may echo with the soft rasp of scales and fur as individuals settle into place for the night. The ermake's breeding season follows the first break of winter, when light lingers past midday and the ice cracks underfoot. Mating pairs trace looping trails atop the snow, eventually burrowing together to lay clutches of mottled eggs. Hatchlings, called kitscales, are born with sealed eyelids and soft white fuzz. Sibling kitscales often coil together for extra warmth in the narrow burrow. Within days, their scales begin to harden, their bodies absorbing yolk reserves as they learn to hunt small beetles. During the earliest weeks, the den is seldom left unattended, with the mother sheltering her brood from cold snaps and prowling predators. Growth is slow. Most remain in the natal den through their first autumn. Only a small fraction of kitscales survive their first year, with predation and unpredictable weather claiming many before their scales fully mature. Survival depends on secrecy and the warmth of many bodies. Interwoven with the pulse of the uplands, the ermake is predator, engineer, and resource in turn. By thinning vole populations, it helps balance the feast and famine that sweep the tundra hills. Its winding tunnels breathe life into the frozen earth, offering shelter to insects, mosses, and any creature small enough to slip below the frost. Disused dens become winter refuges for shivering amphibians. Arctic carnivores depend on the ermake as a rare but vital meal, and many scavengers await the bounty of its unguarded eggs. But as seasons grow uncertain, the ermake's world contracts, its trails fainter each year. The ermake's small clutches and slow reproductive turnover limits its capacity to recover from population losses and amplifies the impact of environmental disturbances. Conservation is sparse in these remote heights. The ermake figures quietly in upland legend, its presence woven through winter tales and travelers' journals alike. Early hunters puzzled over its winding, fur-lined tracks, too sinuous for any mammal, yet impossibly soft for a snake. Even seasoned trappers hesitated to name the creature that was behind such evidence, suspecting neither one nor the other. Victorian-era naturalists sometimes returned with rare pelts, their odd mix of white scales and fur fueling rumour and fascination far from the tundra. Archaeologists have uncovered carved bone tokens shaped in its likeness, tucked among the roots of ancient settlements. A recently discovered fossil vertebra, etched with the imprint of both hair and scale, is currently kept beneath glass at the Icenmore Natural History Museum. Even now, a glimpse of ermake is sought by those who scan the upland dusk. In upland folklore, the ermake is a keeper of boundaries and omens, a silent watcher said to mark the edge between fortune and peril. Elders say a glimpse of its white coil foretells a storm or safe passage through the wild. Some insist the ermake can slip between the waking world and the realm of spirits, weaving paths for the lost or carrying warnings in the glint of its eyes. During the festival of First Thaw, Icenmore villagers shape the ermake using wicker and send these figures afloat in swirling meltwater, part plea, part thanksgiving, hoping that its quiet guardianship will watch over them through the next turning of seasons. Legends hold that those who greet the ermake with kindness are said to find their hearth warm and their stores full, even in lean years. But villagers warn that attempting to capture it brings quiet misfortune. A favourite path may become impassable with unexpected drifts, or a season's hunt may return little. The evolutionary origins of the Urmake remain a subject of ongoing debate within the scientific community. Paleontological evidence from the Icenmore uplands has yielded fragmentary fossils displaying a mosaic of mustelid and serpentine characteristics, leading some to propose that Musteloserpens arctica descends from a now extinct population of glacial-adapted proto-mustelids that underwent introgressive hybridization with ancestral snakes during periods of environmental upheaval. Alternative hypotheses posit a rare case of de novo genetic recombination, resulting in the stable inheritance of both mammalian and reptilian traits. Genomic analyses have identified interspersed mammalian and reptilian gene clusters. Despite advances in genomics and biology, the phylogenetic placement of the Urmake remains unresolved, underscoring the limits of current evolutionary theory in explaining such a complex creature. The Urmake endures at the intersection of contrasts, surviving where winter lingers and boundaries blur. Its existence requires only a drift of snow, quiet corridors, and enough distance from the clamour of the world. In the pale quiet of Arctic evening, the Urmake reminds us that nature's inventions often outpace our understanding, leaving wonder nestled in places we have yet to truly see.